The SDHS project is Sowing Diversity Equals Harvesting Security. This is a program that is being implemented between Pelam Uganda, ESAF, with support from Oxfam in Uganda. And the program aims at improving access and also the use of local diversity, of local food plants, but also enhancing access to the use of local food plants among smallholder farming communities.
We use the farmer field school approach to implement this project, and in each of the farmer field school we have both the men and the women, but a majority of the members are female. And in this category of farmers, we have also the youth, we have the elderly, and the reason as why we have gender sensitive aspect in this approach is that we want to give opportunity of sharing of knowledge of different levels.
Ultimately, the program is looking at challenging what we would call the unsustainable and unequal food production systems by creating avenues for smallholder farmers on how do they improve on their nutrition, but also the aspects of participatory plant breeding.
Under the program, we are implementing 4 pillars under SDHS project, of which Pillar 1 stands for participatory plant breeding, Pillar 2 stands for production of seeds and marketing, and Pillar 3, which is the major reason why we are here, it is focusing on local food plant and nutrition. And the last pillar is Pillar 4, focusing on agricultural policy.
When you look at some of the objectives that we have under Pillar 3, we are looking at how would we promote, the use and the consumption of these underutilized plant species. And one of the avenues that we thought that the one way we can also bring them back on the table, the dining table, and how we can maybe promote them, especially among the youth who have neglected them or actually who don't even know about them. One of the aspects was through cookery demonstrations and also doing documentaries on how we promote the use and the consumption of these local food plants.
The benefit of this project has really injected deeply in this community. As I talk, each and everyone has at least a demo plot of this local food plant at his or her own home. And even the neighbors, they are also coping.
From the start of this particular pillar, women have been very much empowered, because when you look at the nutritious benefits that are being derived specifically from this pillar, it's more so the women that have been benefited, because they fend for the families, and especially the young children. And given the fact that they may not have this disposable income, to buy these other modern, maybe improved crop varieties, they find this as a best alternative, which is actually very, very nutritious for their children, but also for themselves.
Yeah, reason for having this cooking demonstration at this village, one is to encourage the consumption of this local food plant called Osiga. And then also to encourage the group members to have them daily as their meal.
Yes, we started the day by the women. 3 women were going to the garden to harvest the greens that we have, Osiga, especially Osiga, which they harvested for today's cookery.
We are going to prepare a pested one, Osiga pested one. It's going to be mixed with the beans. First of all, we are going to put the beans to get boiled. Then we shall add this Osiga for like 15 minutes. Then when it is ready, we shall bring onion, we bring tomatoes, those ingredients. And then when we put all this, we are going to paste it with the ginat paste. The second way of preparing osiga, we are going to have osiga and dodo mix. We shall start by putting the water in a pot. We boil. When it is boiled, then you bring osiga in, mix with the dodo. Then you cook like for 10 minutes. Just get ready. First of all, when they are ready, you remove it. You change in the other saucepan. Then you put back the other pot you have used for cooking, because already it's hot. It will not take much time. So you put that pot, and then you bring your cooking oil, which is the palm oil. Locally we call omongasi. It will turn a bit whitish like that. Then you put onion. Then you fry. When it is ready, you bring tomato also. Then you put the real sauce. Then you mix. Then when it is ready, you take. The third way for preparing osiga again is you put the water in the pot, boil, and then you bring osiga. Then you boil for like 10 minutes. Then you bring those ingredients again, like tomato, onion, just like that. Then for 5 minutes again, then you take it. Yeah, in our culture, when we are preparing our bread, we first have a dry cassava and sorghum. Then we have this pounder here. Then we pound. But we just do it jointly with the men in our community. Could be the children or the men. So we just do it jointly. So after that, when you want to prepare it now, you bring a saucepan. It's a big one. You put on fire, and then you mingle till it is ready. Then you serve with this local food plant called osiga. Yeah, according to my observation, I've seen the best one was the one pasted, mixed with the beans and pasted. They were saying it is the best, followed by the one fried, mixed with the dodo and fried. There's one who said the boiled one was also good.
Ngor utie kugindi pari matong. Aya kalanga de umondo matong mira degini enusigane. Edikre.
Para na usiga magini makudumo makuma maboga. Magingari doga. Pikum makata cha kalanga cha de emiti ikora kwe eye.
Welcome to Northern Uganda. This is Omoro district. We are in Acholi sub-region. We are the group doing Pillar 3, which is basically on local food and nutrition. Today we are going to have a cooking demonstration that we have chosen 2 dishes that we are going to prepare. We are having malakwang, as you see here, and another food is called lala, our traditional food. We have chosen this food because of reasons. The reason being they are neglected and underutilized. Reason being because people say malakwang is sour, and yet it have a lot of food value, and it is even medicinal.
Some people don't like this food because it does not taste well to them, simply because if you don't prepare it well, the taste will definitely not be good. So most of the communities, as we were doing our assessment, we got to know that most of them, why they left it is because they don't know how to prepare. They also don't understand the nutritional value. They don't understand the medicinal value. But we realized that why those people of long ago lived for long and not very sickly like we are today is because they ate that medicinal food.
And malakwang helps in boosting breastfeeding mother's milk, which is very important. Also, it helps in strengthening bone marrows, and also it is the appetizer. Like when you have been sick and you don't feel like eating, when you eat malakwang, it will help you boost your appetite for eating, which is so good for consumption. And lala, people tend to ignore it because they say it is bitter. But lala is a medicine for treating stomach pain and also malaria when you have it. So we are today going to prepare it, and we have so many ways of different methods of cooking it so that people could consume it and like it. Now the group of picking the leaves are finished up. Now we are done with the picking. Our leaves are now ready for cooking. We have our malakwang here and the la ready for preparation. This lala and malakwang, you see them here, they were neglected. We are finding the way to cook so that people will start liking it. So with lala, people used not to eat it because it could not cook well. And we have found a way of cooking it so that it is nice to eat and is tasty. That's why we have added otigo, which is called, in English name is called jute malon. The next step now, I'm going to wash my malakwang and put in the fire. And I first cut the la and then put also in the fire. Okay, we are going to put some soda as soup, so to remove the bitterness and the sourness of both of this food that we are going to prepare. What you're seeing in the background is in the Farmfield School we have principles of also gender mainstreaming, and that's why you can see integration of women and men pounding the pest. We are going to add some ingredients, like we have our tomato, the small varieties that we are going to put in both of these. There is simsim paste and ginat paste. It's going to be a mixture. Okay, for lala we are going to use all the ginat paste because you know it is bitter. So we add that ginat paste because you know ginat is sweet, so that it reduces the bitterness. The food that we are going to use the, millet bread and then the potato. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, our viewer. Now we have come to the final stage of our preparation of malakwang and the lala. This is our malakwang. To remind you, we have put the ingredients here. We have mixed our sim paste and the ginati paste, and also we have added some tomato to bring the taste. So it is now here ready for serving. As a reminder, here is our lala ready. We have put the ingredients that we have put in. We have mixed it with the ginat paste. As I told you in the beginning that lala is bitter, so we had to put only ginat paste because ginat is having that sweet taste, so that it reduces the bitterness. So yeah, it is. Okay, now we are going to serve and give out to people to taste both of these dishes and the breads, so that people can taste and we see what they are going to say about it.
Lucy Jakagag, Lucy Jakagag, oh Lucy Jakagag, Lucy Jakagag, yeah Lucy Jakagag, Lucy Jakagag, oh Lucy Jakagag, Lucy Jakagag, yeah Lucy Jakagag, yo Lucy Jakagag, yo Lucy Jakagag, Lucy Jakagag.
Out of all the dishes we've tested, my best was balakwang. I like the taste of it. First of all, it is kind of sour and it's an appetizer, especially when you don't have appetite. Maybe you're sick and maybe you have a hangover, you can eat it. And then it's also medicinal. In the past, when you have these migraine headaches, people use it as medicine. And also it boosts the breast for breastfeeding mothers. If you're a breastfeeding mother, you have a little breast, and when you eat balakwang, whether it's pasted or it's not pasted, it boosts the breast milk.
Mano me lo edong lala. Pian lala me achil, lala mere gerakech, kich bod jomuken lala me at. Pian konyo, tiki vitamin come, mo coin me achil.
Angini bad twelve, pen me penakede, baba chamete quaro. Any chum clatin. You tell with me carni, tell with me carni. Pig don't get married chum te quadra twelve. Chabba pungi, wait, tiene, chum te quadra. Any chum bear, chow wing chum of fork, chow wing chum of fork, fork petiu, duki chum metequaro. Any my bear, in a tin, get a watch on a queenie, be my berry chum fork to twine, fork, kill valley come down bene, so we'll arm with me, chum tequaro, one wing for a wheel, chum tequaro, ema terra my bear. Well, put you water ben and water my ben and won't you get guinea. What is about any chum of fork, chow wing, which are very good at the time, pay bear. Would do a chum te quaro, any man more. Conua, and a poem attack.
Lucy Jakagag, yeah, Lucy Jakagag, yo, Lucy Jakagag.
Here we have our farmer field school gardens where we have planted some of the food plants, of which one of each is this one. Today we are here preparing echadoi, one of the local food plants, which our old papas used to eat. But today's generation, they have refused, but because of the project, we are teaching them also to adopt eating echadoi. And this one is a very good food plant, which helps our bodies in when you eat echadoi, you get strength. And also, it prevents pressure. We use the roots of the echadoi to preserve milk. Today we are preparing it, and we are mixing it with the boga. This is a marathon. The ladies went and they picked the echadoi from the garden. They picked with also the ingredients, that is emoros and the amarantha, aboga. They brought it, washed it, assembled it, sliced it into smaller pieces, and then they took it to the fire. It boiled for around 15 minutes. Then I added emoros and the amarantha to make it soft. Now here, it is soft now, and it is even ready. What we are going to do next is we are going to divide it, because we are going to eat it when we have added milk, sour milk, then also milk with pasted nuts, then with the milk pure. We are going to have it in 3 stages. So that is what we are going to do here. Yes, I'm now going to divide it in 3 saucepans. Then we will taste which one is the best out of the 3. So the first saucepan, I'm going to add milk, and this is milk, sour milk. Then add pasted nuts. I'm now mixing milk with the pasted nuts. Then put echadoi. I'm now going to add salt. After mixing it, you put it on fire for it to boil, at least for some time. After that, I'm now going to add little salt.
Lucy Jakagag, oh Lucy Jakagag, yeah Lucy Jakagag, oh Lucy Jakagag, yeah Lucy Jakagag, yo ma, yo Lucy Jakagag.
I am now mixing water and pasted nuts. Then add echadoi. After mixing water and pasted nuts. Yeah, this is the side saucepan now.
kiratego wea weri jadurwa keluru wende lusi wea pa kiratego.
We are making it in 3 versions to encourage those people who don't want sour things also to eat echadoi. Because when it is added peanuts, it is not sour. Then that one with milk, some people like eating it with milk alone. Then there are people who want eating it with pasted peanuts. So that is the reason, because we have people who have ulcers, they don't want to eat sour things. Now I'm now putting a chadoi in the saucepan of pasted peanuts and water. Fire here. After that, I'm going to add salt. Starting with the pasted, chado pasted with the peanuts only. This one is pasted with peanuts. This other one should be without paste. It is only milk, sour milk. Mixed with the milk, pasted peanuts. Our food is fully served. Now people are ready to eat. They are now washing their hands to start eating, and that is our cultural way of serving and eating. We eat as a group. We put food on a round plate, then we eat.
When I tasted all the 3 dishes, I found out that this one, which has the sour milk with the paste, is more delicious. It was very, very tasty. It even had a fine texture. I enjoyed it, and yet this is the one that most people don't know how to prepare. So as a farmer field school, it is our achievement that we have achieved our objective of improving the taste of this chadoi. We have also achieved our objective of finding out a new method of preparing it.
Actually, when we have been implementing this project, we really realized a lot of achievements that we have done. In terms of household income generation, most of the beneficiaries or the farm field school members practicing this local food plant production and consumptions have really increased their level of income, and also as well as savings.
I'm very, very positive that what we've left behind will be sustained by the farmers, not only by the farmers but also the local institutions, because already they've been providing a supportive role. The enabling environment is there, but above all, the farmers themselves, the farmer field school approach. These are schools without borders, without walls, where farmers come, converge, and learn and unlearn bad aspects. So this will help farmers from time to time to converge, relearn, and also do things better.